Again, we find ourselves in the hospital in the middle of the night with another example of our brave officers out there fighting crime, keeping New Yorkers safe. It's by the grace of God that we are not about to start planning for a second funeral in 1 month. The following information is extremely preliminary, as this incident is about 3 hours old. What we have tonight is 2 police officers and a sergeant assigned to the 81st Precinct on patrol in an unmarked car, together in uniform. At approximately 11:11 p.m., near the corner of Madison and Broadway in the 83rd Precinct, which is approximately 4 to 5 blocks away, there is a report of shots fired. A review of video at that incident scene shows a white SUV occupied by 3 males. You have a male run up to that white SUV and begin to fire shots into it. We have recovered 5 shell casings at that scene. The white SUV crashes a short time later, and the result of that initial shooting is one of the occupants is deceased, one of the occupants is suffering from a non-fatal gunshot injury, and one of the occupants is uninjured. It's interesting to note that all 3 are known to the police in that car. All 3 have an extensive arrest history, are gang members with open gun cases. Approximately 4 minutes later, and 5 blocks away, our unmarked auto with the sergeant and 2 police officers encounters a male walking briskly on the side of Saratoga Park, blading his body. The officers stop their unmarked auto, get out to investigate, and immediately the male pulls a firearm, turns on the officers, and begins to shoot. The sergeant in the auto does not fire his weapon. And again, this is all preliminary. One of the officers fires 12 rounds. One of the officers fires 9 rounds. The officer that fires 9 rounds, and we are not identifying him at this time as we complete notifications, is struck, we believe, 3 times. Once in the vest, a second round struck the officer in his right leg. A third round struck the officer in the buttocks. The officer, thank God, is here. He is well, and he is expected to make a full recovery. The perpetrator in this case was struck 1 time, also in the leg. He was apprehended at the scene. He is a 26-year-old male. He is a known gang member to the NYPD, and at the scene was recovered a firearm.
Because of the actions of these police officers, what it does is it proves that nonsense narrative that the police are the problem. It puts that to bed. We are the solution. What would have happened? Would there be another crime scene if these police officers didn't come upon and put themselves at risk and get shot? It's not a coincidence that shootings are up in the numbers and the percentages that they are directly after they change the rules and laws that allow us to do the job. It has to stop now. We've said it before. I've said it before. Now's the time. We have to stop coming to this hospital and thanking God that we're alive. Let's do it right. Let's admit that there was a mistake made. Let's change the laws that allow us to do our job. And then we can thank God that we did it right.
Look, this is an example of extraordinary bravery. Here are officers in a situation where they see someone acting suspiciously, and they go and do what we depend on them to do every single day and protect their fellow New Yorkers, and they do it with courage and bravery, and they put themselves in harm's way. But they did exactly the right thing because, in fact, this individual had done, from everything we are seeing at this moment, had done harm and would have done more harm, and then turned on our officers. This is the kind of thing that we see that gives us a clear example of how much bravery, how much courage, how much devotion it takes to be out there in the middle of the night on the street protecting everybody else.